Hey guys, guten Morgen aus Deutschland, good morning from Germany. Chantal has posted another video. It's her first weigh-in after Canada. It's 15 minutes long. Let's just jump right into it and see what she lied about this time.
You have to lose some weight.
And there she is.
Hello guys, Assalamu
CPAP machine marks on her face
alaikum. Welcome back to another video.
that the filters don't really hide.
So in today's video, I show you my weigh-in, kind of how I've been eating since being back, and talking about my struggles with food while in Canada.
You know what I don't get is how she is talking differently when she's in Kuwait. It's almost like, is Scatman behind the camera or what is going on? Strange.
Kind of versus while being here.
So, to sum it up, in Canada, you pretty much ate everything you wanted to several times a day. Take out, eating out of troughs, large portions. And you're probably still doing the same thing.
Give you a bit of insight on what I struggle with on a daily basis.
We know that. I'm pretty sure that by now neither you nor Amber should be talking about your eating habits anymore, because it doesn't help you, it doesn't help your audience. It only triggers people. You mainly have hate watchers anyway. The rest of your audience are bought subscribers. I mean, they're not even watching, they're just sitting there looking as though they're your subscribers. And so I don't know why these women still talk about what they eat and what they struggle with when all they've been doing for years now is gain weight and show themselves eat on camera, trying to glorify obesity and their gluttonous lifestyles.
As a binge eater and food addict. So if those subjects are triggering for you,
Well, they're triggering for you. That's why you shouldn't be talking about them anymore. You should be getting professional help and actively starting to work on your problems. The same goes for Amber.
you might not want to watch this, protect your mental health. So yeah, I apologize, but I'll see you in the next one. So there's many of you who actually have asked me to be very, open
Doubt it.
and forthcoming about my struggles because it helps.
Doubt it. I think it's the only topic you have left, since you can't really move around. I mean, I give you credit for always traveling across the globe. I mean, I don't know how you do it. I don't know if you even know what deep vein thrombosis is. And yeah, I give you credit for that. But other than that, you've been showing us that all you can do is gain weight and lie.
Them because a lot of people deal with these things. There's a lot of people with BED, binge eating disorder.
But most of them don't turn on the camera and try to monetize it. That is you and Amber and I don't know who else. The whole death fat community, a creator community on several public platforms,
Or just people who have issues overeating, and there's people who have issues just with food addiction and so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have a script. You didn't even think about what you were gonna say. You're just half-assing it again. And I don't know. Again, I'm starting to react allergically to them talking about eating and their eating habits and showing themselves cramming food into their mouths, rolling their eyes back into their heads. It's almost like, any other addict that would film themselves not doing anything about their addiction.
Okay. So, if you're new here, I have few new audience members, as you can see.
No, you don't. You bought a whole bunch of them to get to the get the plaque, and that is it. You don't have new viewers. However, a quick look at Social Blade reveals that not only have you not gained any new subscribers or not bought any new subscribers, but also your views were going down, and probably in order to hide that, you either privated or deleted videos worth 100,000 views. That is interesting. But yeah, let's pretend you have new viewers.
I'm a larger woman. I've been bigger, overweight since I'm a child. You know, started around maybe not maybe 9 or 10. I started gaining some weight, and
This is what brain fog looks like in action. Only most of us wouldn't turn their cameras on. They would just wait it out. But she can't be bothered. She just turns on the camera and shares her mental diarrhea.
becoming more and more obsessed with food, and
And monetizing it and exploiting it on a public platform. Let's not forget about that.
I still struggle with that today. And I think that I will probably always struggle with that.
Okay. Yeah, if you never try, of course. I mean, that's pretty much a prediction right there. She'll always struggle with that. Even though, of course, when you're an addict, it's a daily struggle to not give in to your addictions. But she hasn't shown any signs of taking her health seriously or trying to watch what she's eating, and so I'm not sure what we're talking about here.
I just have to learn to manage the symptoms as it goes.
And not give in to every craving, which you have been doing.
So there's just a lot of things going on. You know, there's hormonal issues when you are used to overeating. There's also maybe traumatic events. There's also, you know, binge eating disorder, which is actually a disease where you have trouble.
Yeah, I love these TED Talks from her and Amber when they're never getting any professional help to deal with their problems. I'm pretty sure that both of them are riddled with mental disorders and emotional disorders, whatever they might be struggling with, but they don't do anything about it. And so they keep sitting in front of the camera as big as they can be after doing mukbangs and eating on camera, and trying to talk about it. And I don't see the sense in doing so, unless they just want to make money because they have no other way of coming across any money,
Fighting the impulses to just eat and eat and eat.
which is what you've been doing.
So there's various different things. People have these conditions for different reasons. So I won't get into that today. I've talked a lot about that, and I'm still kind of figuring that out, actually. So yeah, basically I just have to kind of figure that out and continue to work on that. So, but
What an airhead.
I will show you my weigh-in now. I weighed in today. It was April 27th, so Saturday. And I wasn't dressed, so
You're joking, right? Are you and Amber really still watching each other and copying each other?
I like to weigh myself like with no clothing just to get.
Dude, that's just cringy. That is cringy. You guys need to stop lying about your weight, come clean to yourself and to your audience about how much you weigh, and that the constant face stuffing has consequences, and that means you have been gaining weight, visibly gaining weight, and so just stand behind it. Have somebody hold the camera. You have a husband that can hold the camera for you. He does when you leave the house, so why can't he do it inside the house? And what you get on the scale, you know, with clothes on. And again, I said it for Amber, I'm going to say it for you too. Subtract 10 pounds for clothing, I don't care. But at least we would have a way of comparing how much weight you've gained, because there's no doubt about that you have gained weight, and you're trying to hide it because you're full of shit.
More accurate, like this jilbab, for example, is very heavy. The
Subtract 10 pounds then.
abayas are heavy. So actually, I think first I'm going to show you my weigh-in from when I was at the doctor's office. I saw a diabetes doctor.
That tour guide voice drives me up the wall.
I forget the name right now, what kind of doctor they are. But I am going to show you that weigh-in. I think I was 166 kg.
That's kilogram.
So I will show you that now.
Okay.
All right, and now I will show you what I weighed in today. All right, you guys, today is April 27th, 2024.
Yeah, I don't think so. She's probably over 180. See how it says maximum 180 kilogram. And she's probably over that, just like Amber is currently using a scale that tops out under her current weight. And so they're still trying to bullshit their audience. I'm not sure why. Because their bodies know how much they weigh. I mean, just trying to lie about it is ridiculous.
So I am down some kgs, which I am very happy about.
And not at all reluctant about lying about it. Okay, noted.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you just did, but okay, go on.
Anything is good for me. I'm happy with any loss.
Yeah, because your audience just saw you down one big meal after another, big unhealthy meal at that. Except for that veggie plate at your aunt's place, I think. But there were so many dips and dressings that, and bread and cheese, that of course you made that unhealthy too. And so we just watched what you did in Canada, and you're trying to make us believe that you lost weight during the last 4 months. Absolutely not.
So I hope I can maintain it and keep going down.
Oh, okay, so the only reason I can see why she's lying about it, lying about losing weight, is to justify upcoming mukbangs. Other than that, it makes no sense in my head why she's doing this now.
Especially for health reasons. So yeah.
Yeah, cut these brain fart moments out, please. Unless you need filler content, which we all know you do.
I, since being back, have been trying to keep my binge eating in check.
Yeah, okay, I believe you. You're still overeating. I don't care what you guys call it. If it's a taste test, eat with me, mukbang, I don't care. You overeat on a daily basis. Otherwise, you would not be looking like this.
And limiting junk food. So I'm not saying completely eliminating junk, because I find that to be too drastic, and then that can trigger binges.
Yep, that's what I keep telling you every time you say that you need to cut out all the bad foods. You cannot do it. You're a food addict. You need to limit it, and limit your portions also, but you don't know what that is.
So, but I've been trying to just go back to...
Yeah, go back to what? Have you ever eaten healthily? I doubt it.
I don't know if it's instinctive eating, because my instincts are kind of all
Intuitive, okay. The intuitive eating has been telling you to eat salt-laden, greasy foods that are very unhealthy for you. And on top of it all, it's not enough that you eat unhealthy foods. You need to eat large portions of them at all times of the day and night. And so that is why you look as you do. And so maybe intuitive is something that you and Amber shouldn't even mention anymore, because intuitive, like your intuition tells you, I need salt right now, I need sugar right now, I need greasy foods right now, I need MSG from, fast food. And so that's what you've been listening to, and that's why you keep gaining. So don't talk about intuitive eating. You have absolutely no intuition.
whacked out. Like they're all,
Or it's warped, you know?
they need to be reset. Bless you. A cat sneeze.
Okay, noted.
Is there anything cuter than a cat sneeze?
Yeah, but move on.
No. So anyways, until my hormones reset and everything like that, I've just been trying to
They can't reset. You keep overeating. How do you expect for your body to do that?
pay attention to hunger. So
Yeah, maybe you should start fixing your sleep rhythm. Get some therapy so that you can work through the confused thoughts that you have concerning your entire life. That's where I would start. You know? Trying to get the sleeping rhythm under control because it's very important to get quality sleep. I mean, you as opposed to Amber at least have the sense to have gotten yourself a CPAP machine. That is a step in the right direction. But being up at all hours of the night is not a good choice, especially not for a woman that's 40 years old now and super morbidly obese.
for example, in this shot, I've been eating, I ate this twice already since being here.
Oh, of course, because she's not watching what she's eating. It's still the same.
It's one of my favorite meals.
Of course it is, and it got you to the weight that you are at today.
It's like a fried whole fish, tilapia fish.
Oh, tilapia, a bottom feeder. Yeah, that's healthy. Okay, go on.
I think it's tilapia, with some rice, some fried eggplant.
Of course, fried rice, MSG, lots of salt, because that doesn't make you swell up like a balloon at all. Good. Good for you.
Some bread. I've been eating all of it.
Of course, bread and rice. Yeah, that's what you need with your diabetes. Of course. You do you, boo-boo.
I didn't eat all of the rice, so that's the thing. I eat
Oh, okay, so you only ate half of the trough? Dude, dude. Absolutely redundant at this point.
maybe less than half of that. So, and I eat one bread. I eat the fish. I do share it, with my cat. I do eat all the fish, and
Yeah, bottom feeder. That's healthy. Google that shit, Chantal.
the eggplant, and I have one round of bread, and I have
Yeah, the eggplant fried and yeah, whatever. Whatever.
maybe less than half of the rice. So that's what I've been eating, and that's like
Yeah, but if you order like a family portion of fried rice and then you claim to have only eaten half, that is still too much.
a decent meal. I feel very good after that. I don't feel
How can anybody feel good after a meal like that? That is not healthy at all. It is filler mass for your stomach, and it doesn't give you any nutrients.
too full, too bloated, and I don't feel hungry after. So
Yeah, okay, because you probably don't have a bottle of Coke or whatever sugary drink with it.
that's kind of how I've been eating. I've just kind of been not stressing too much about, I don't count calories.
Yeah, of course, we've seen that.
I don't do any of that yet.
You never will, Chantal. Trust me on that one. I've never met you in person, but I can assure you, you will never count calories.
I think that is just, it really just makes things more overwhelming for me at the time.
Yeah, that's why you're gonna have to keep going the way you have been, and that is just stuffing face all day long, not watching what you eat, and laughing in your audience face.
Especially just starting out. So I'm just starting small with a small victory so that I can build that momentum. I can be proud of something
Oh, like telling us that you've lost weight even though you've gained? Do you see that as a success? Okay, you and Amber have that in common.
and feel accomplished about something, but something
Yeah, accomplished about something? Okay. I don't know what you might feel accomplished about. You could be proud of the fact that you didn't throw a blood clot on the way back from Canada. That's an accomplishment.
that's realistic and not too drastic. And in the past, I've done all these dumb diets, these restrictive diets,
I haven't seen you do any, but then again, I haven't watched you for long.
fruit only diet. I do think that, for a person without diabetes, that could be beneficial for short term, but not, I don't believe that long term eating only fruit would be healthy. To each their own
Only fruit as a diabetic? Yeah, I can't recommend that.
beliefs. This is just mine, but I used to think that. I used to
And I'm not diabetic, but my parents aren't, so that's how I know.
do like all kinds of diets. You guys have seen the cycles, right? So
Cycles. I don't know why people call them cycles anymore, because neither her nor Amber ever put any kind of effort into any kind of weight loss idea. So they talk about them, but they never put any action steps behind what they're saying.
The infamous diet cycles, and it's hard. It's really hard.
No, I don't think it's hard because you give in every single day, so you're not even trying, so it's not hard. So there's another lie.
And it's probably the hardest thing I'll ever have to do.
What is that? Continue stretching your stomach? Because I know it's not trying to lose weight or trying to watch what you're eating.
And is to overcome these things. So,
Yeah, but you're not trying, so how would you know that it's hard?
um, in Canada, I was at my highest weight at one point. A few years back, I was like 402, and
Yeah, I think you're at maybe 450 now. Roughly 450, probably.
I remember being weighed at the hospital when I went in. I can't remember what I went to the hospital for at that time, but I was very unhealthy. So,
And you are now. And you know what? I don't do that kind of stuff, at least not with Chantal, but with more with Amber. But there are so many reaction channels out there that have compared what you looked like before you went to Canada and now you've gained weight. And you've gained a significant amount of weight since you left Canada the first time to travel to Kuwait. And so I don't know why you're telling your audience that you've lost weight when you haven't. You're continuously gaining. And your show, what you're putting on the internet is not a radio show. We can actually see you. I know you think, you look into the viewfinder, it's only a conversation between you, and we cannot see you, but we can actually see you. And so when you have your Scatman film, you walking around and swaying. I don't know what's going on with the swaying left and right like a little schoolgirl. Trying to look dainty just like she tries to do in her thumbnail. What is that with the dark knuckled fingers under her triple chin? I don't know. Is that supposed to look dainty? But yeah, so we can see you. We know you've gained weight, and you're just staring off into the distance here because you have no more connection to reality, just like Amber doesn't.
I was there, not too often, but often enough, too much. So they weighed me, and I was like 402, and I remember like, oh my gosh, I'm 400 pounds.
Yeah, now you're way over 400, but it's your life, and you're starting to look like Life by Jen. Not as asymmetrical as her face was, but size-wise. And yeah, I mean, I wish you all the best, but all the lying in the stuffing face can only lead to one result. You got to be aware of that.
So I haven't been since then that weight, especially not in Kuwait.
No, you've surpassed it.
I don't remember what my highest was here, but
Probably 450.
I remember the doctor, I was 166, like I showed you, 166 kg, and I'll put
That's kilogram.
whatever pounds that is here. So yeah, in Canada, in my most recent trip, I had the car, and I would
You sat in it all day.
go back to my old habits, sometimes eating fast food twice a day, and just, going for a fast food meal, eating
All the time.
dinner with my family,
Even eating breakfast out at a fast food restaurant.
and then maybe going out for another drive later, just driving around, enjoying the sights,
And eating.
eating whatever I wanted,
There you go. Good for you for admitting it.
Wendy's, Harvey's, stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. And so how exactly are we supposed to believe that you've lost any weight when we've seen you stuff your face and get bigger? How exactly do you imagine that in your empty head?
So I would eat a normal meal at home,
Doubt it.
And then,
Because we saw the troughs that were on the table. But that was probably for three people, like maybe for her sister, for her mom, and for her.
just go out and eat whatever I want and just not tell anybody about it. Just be like, oh, I'm just going to do videos, whatever, which is true. You know, I would film things and go for small walks and stuff like that. Just mostly for mental health because the amount of calories I would eat, the small walk I did wasn't doing anything for it.
Yeah, and it's actually a waste. Like when I was reacting to her walk, and she actually had a few good thoughts. It is no wonder that these women never come to any kind of meaningful realizations because they have all these chemicals from fast foods in them, which make them tired and exhausted, and their bodies don't know what to do with all the calories, and so they probably hardly ever have a clear thought. And so for whatever reason, I thought that Chantal would be taking it seriously, go for walks, drink water, and not chug the high caloric beverages in her car. They, I don't know why we keep being surprised at them displaying the same behavior over and over again with the same result, and that is they keep getting bigger.
But yeah, I just had a hard time avoiding all of those comfort spots.
Yeah, that's why you gave into every single one of them. We saw that because you were desperate enough to not only film it but also clickbait, monetize, and exploit it.
Where I would love to get fast food and, just binge out in my car. So
Yeah, you did every day, several times a day.
when I was in Canada and I had my last hurrah, my last fast food funeral.
What? You just showed us a trough of fried rice and tilapia and fried veggies, which you might as well not eat vegetables at all if you fry them, deep fry them. And so what are you talking about last hurrah? You're still eating like you did in Canada.
So I told myself, I want to make a resolution. I want to make a commitment to a new beginning.
That doesn't mean anything. You said that in the car in Canada already and nothing happened.
When I come back. And
Oh, when you come back, okay. And so now you're eating fast food again, fried rice, all kinds of unhealthy shit. But okay, go on.
I don't want to go back into old habits. I don't
Well, you kinda just did, right?
want to give in,
You kinda just did. Man, these women are so delusional.
to binge urges. I want to learn to ride the waves and control them the best I can. And
Hey, you wanna bet her next video is gonna be a mukbang? With the family-sized meal?
just try to overcome it and just also cook more
Right, we've heard that dozens of times before.
and meal plan more. Just
Yeah, make another chicken pot pie that you eat out of the trough. How about that? Home cooked meal.
basically get on top of my health.
Okay, you don't take it seriously. You're doing these videos for monetary gain only and not to share any kind of realizations with your audience because nothing ever happens. I don't know if there are any members of your audience out there left that still believe you when you say you're gonna start taking your health seriously.
Overall, attempt again and again and again, hopefully I'm able to do this consistently. But I feel like I do have a bit of a change because I realize my age. I'm 40 now, and I also realize that I have a lot more health issues than before.
Yeah, but they don't bother you enough to change your eating.
And they're serious. And I want
They are. I mean, even what, like 5 years ago, if I had been her, I would have changed things, but she kind of didn't. And she laughed in her audience face. And so here we are 5 years later.
to live. I want to live a long time.
I doubt it. I think you and Amber are just writing it out. You've completely given up on life, and that's why you keep overeating. You're not putting a lot of effort into trying to um, get ahead of this thing. Not at all. And you're just bullshitting your audience, and it comes off in every single video.
I want to have a six pack. And
It's just more a slap in the face now with her TED Talk voice that she usually has in Kuwait, as opposed to being the real her in Canada, you know.
and I'm serious about that goal, by the way.
Oh, you're serious about that goal? Oh, this time you are serious about that goal? Yeah, I believe you. Okay.
I want to live a long life.
No, I doubt it. Mm-mm.
I feel like if I get healthy, I feel like my new life could just be beginning.
Yeah, you don't have a long life ahead of you, and that is because you have done so much damage to your body and to your skeleton. I mean, look at that. How the skeleton even changes to accommodate the masses of fat, and not to mention all the organ damage that you've caused, the blood pressure, the heart alone. Oh my gosh, and diabetes already. I mean, she's lucky she hasn't had any amputations yet.
And that really depends on how much work I can put into it.
Yeah, which is none, and so I don't know where we're talking about this now.
So I'm craving the hard work of it. I'm craving to keep up my home and be proud of my home
I doubt it. It's all BS. She can't even look at the camera.
and what I cook, my kitchen, keeping up in my kitchen,
Yeah, right.
where I nourish my family here.
Oh, your family. Okay. Where you nourish your family. I'm pretty sure that the Syrian husband won't even eat what you cook because you drown everything in grease and seasonings.
And myself and take care of myself. Like
Yeah, you haven't done that before. All of a sudden you're gonna do it. I'm not holding my breath.
I want this to be the beginning, the big 4-0. I want this to be the beginning of a new life for me.
Sure, sure. If you meant what you're saying right now, that would be great and admirable, but you're not, and so this is just another video clickbaiting and, of course, monetizing and exploiting your food addiction.
You know, I could do so much in life if I just overcome this.
Or if you tried a little bit, but you don't, and so just keep going.
And you know, time is going to pass anyway. I keep telling myself these things over and over.
Yeah, so did Life by Jen. Where is she now? I haven't checked lately.
I have a lot of new
Just kidding, guys.
tools that I'm using. I'm using journaling, you know, a lot of more organization tools. When I had therapy in Canada, they gave me a lot of resources to follow.
Oh, when you had therapy, when you went to one session or two, one was on the 18th, one on the 23rd or something like that. That was it. And they told you there are tools in Kuwait. So now she calls it, she went through therapy in Canada. You see how they embellish because they're not putting any effort into getting healthy.
Up with here. So there's a lot of things I'm going to be
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're not going to hear about any more appointments concerning dealing with your mental health.
utilizing. And also, I'm going to try to just be utilizing a lot of myself and my, you know, my ability within myself to try to overcome this.
Which is zero ability to overcome this.
And if I can do this, I know I can do anything in life.
But you're not going to do it. You're going to go like Life by Jen did. We all know it. Amber, the same thing.
So that I put my mind to. And
Yeah, but since you never put your mind to it, that's why you keep gaining weight.
I think everyone's like that. Everyone has the potential to change their life. And
Yeah, but you and Amber are special cases. I mean, for years on end, repeating the same mistake over and over and over again and not changing anything in your lives. You are pretty much the cautionary tales on the internet. So you got to be aware of that by now.
and you know, be who they want to be and healthy and everything like that. I basically heard someone say, somebody very overweight said, who lost a lot of weight, say, you don't realize how bad you feel until you start feeling good, and I want that.
I think that was John from Obese to Beast. He frequently says that.
I want to get there. So anyway,
You want to get there, but you're not willing to put in the work, so I'm guessing the next video is a mukbang.
I have a good chunk of weight loss, so I'm on my way, and I'm feeling
Yeah, you're not on your way. You just ate. I mean, your last meal was fried rice with bottom feeder fish, everything drenched in grease. So yeah,
Like very optimistic and very happy.
good for you, because that is the optimism that you're feeling right now, which is completely not justified, is exactly what got you to this weight and is gonna kill you in the end.
And I don't think there's anything in the world that can change that because I feel on top of the world right now. I don't know.
Good, good for you. Good for you. Happy for you.
I just feel so happy, like being back here in my element, in my home.
Yeah, in your element where you can't even drive, you can't go outside because it's too hot. Where there's a husband that the first chance he got, he tried to reach out to other women and ask them for their income, to see if maybe their income is more attractive than yours. And yeah, you're living in a big delusional world. And look at yourself and be happy about the way you look. Keep stuffing that face and see where things will get you.
Um, I just love it. I don't know. I'm just very, very happy right now. And
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Probably had just had a big meal with lots of calories. Had a nap before because look at the CPAP machine marks on her face, and so yeah, she feels happy. That's good.
I'm so happy that you guys are following my journey. I know it's another restart. I've said a lot of this before,
You're just a train wreck that everybody's watching to see how long you're gonna last before you croak.
but
But you're getting paid for it, and you're spending that money on food. Look how exhausted she looks. Look at that. Can you imagine how she feels on a daily basis?
I don't know what to tell you. That's how, I will share my ups and downs, and there's a
More downs, except for weight continues to go up.
lot of downs in
Yeah, just only downs. I mean, what has really been going up in your life except for the weight?
battling something like this, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't know what it's. It's the same like Amber recently talking about battling addictions. You know, held a whole TED talk about it. Has not tackled any of her addictions. The whole slew of addictions that she has that she's completely unaware of, and them talking about overcoming their addictions is a joke at this point.
Um, so if you're out there dealing with what things I'm dealing with, know you're not alone, and I hope
Yeah, but don't look at her for inspiration because she just keeps giving in to her cravings.
my videos do help you in some way.
I would really not understand how they could, for somebody that is trying to battle their addictions and look at them constantly giving in and getting bigger and bigger and holding TED Talks about how motivated they are and how they're losing weight. Man, it takes everything out of me to not just constantly laugh at them.
Because it does help me to talk about it to you guys.
Yeah, because it pays your bills, but not the way it used to, right? Because you're at how much was it? According to Social Blade, she's around $1,000. I mean euros, but you know, basically the same thing. And so yeah, keep losing a few more views. You eventually gonna have to go on a diet for reals.
Knowing that I could potentially be helping somebody. That's one thing that since
Yeah, you serving as a cautionary tale. It always cracks me up when I see my comment section, people saying the only way I watch Amber and Chantal is by being on the treadmill or going for a walk or they're doing healthy things or I abuse Amber and Chantal by when I feel like having something unhealthy, I watch them and then I don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? They're like serving in the opposite way than that they think that they help people out here.
reverting to Islam, that's been growing more and more inside of me is this want to help people in life.
Oh, okay. By shoveling food in your face, getting bigger, and that way motivating them to not become you. Oh, sure.
And first, I need to help myself and become healthy.
Exactly. And that's the part you and Amber don't get. You could be a role model in this community and you just on a daily basis decide I'm just gonna shovel food in my face anyway and film it because I have no other way of making money.
Like to really, make a difference, I need to take care of my number one here so that
Yeah, and you haven't done that before. Look how she's looking off, staring into the distance, lying her ass off about how motivated she is, just to justify saying, oh, today I'm not having a good day, and shoveling more family-sized portions into her mouth.
I'm fit and healthy to be able to help other people as well.
That's not gonna happen.
But if my talks and my sharing my experiences help you, then that makes it.
Yeah, but in the opposite way. Not because you say you're gonna do something and actually do it, because you only talk about things and never implement them. And so you're serving the community just by failing every single day.
Worth it for me. It makes all the scrutiny I get, all the criticism I get worth it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes it worth it. You've deserved it though, right? Because you've been exploiting and monetizing your food addiction for so long. And you've been stringing people along, even ranting at them when they try to hold you accountable. I mean, you've deserved every single bit of it.
And I'm just totally okay with that.
Good, good, because that's a healthy way of dealing with that, because you have no way of changing it.
You know. So that's the plan. I plan on sharing, my journey with you guys.
God, those hands, dude.
And
Hopefully no more mukbangs, because that's not a good thing, right?
you will see me cooking. You will see me eating things
Dude, unbelievable.
like spaghetti and stuff like that, but I'm gonna moderate it. I'm not gonna eat a whole pot pie.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't think I'm gonna make pot pie for a while because it's a bit of a red light for me, but
Any kind of food is. You should just cook small portions.
I'm gonna try to make complete meals that are satisfying and will keep the binges away. That's the first step for me, is keeping the binges away.
Okay, so lots of cheese, lots of grease, lots of salt. Yeah, okay, so we're going to continue on the path of self-destruction, being on the fast track to the incinerator.
And, yeah, I think that's a good start because that's where I eat the majority of the calories, is just consuming and consuming thousands of calories in a short amount of time. And that leads to
Weight gain and not weight loss. I wish you would get to that point faster.
water retention, weight gain, fat gain, everything. So,
Yeah, but she's delusional enough to believe that with the unhealthy lifestyle that she has portrayed on her channel for the past few weeks, we could still possibly believe that she's lost any weight.
yeah, it's not very healthy at all. I think we all know that. I don't love it. I don't like at all having this problem. So, yes, I want to take more responsibility. I think that's my
Yeah, right.
key word for this year so far is responsibility.
Yeah, when she says that, it just makes a whole bunch of clips pop up in my head where she goes, I know it's not healthy, but I know it's not healthy, but I know I'm gonna get backlash for this, but, and then she shovels the food in anyway.
I want to take responsibility for fixing things I've damaged in the past.
Maybe like the relationship with your audience.
I'll be as sweet as pie tomorrow. Oh, you know it. You know I'm gonna manipulate the fuck out of you, and you're gonna eat it up, and you're gonna watch me. There's always Beezers who replace the fallen Beezers. That's what you don't get. I don't fucking need you at all. She never takes real ownership or accountability for what happens. Stay mad, bitches. Financially or
Oh, okay.
stuff like that, health-wise, but stuff like that. So, responsibility. Yes, I'm an adult. I'm 40. It's time. All right, guys. I will see you guys.
Yeah, giggle, giggle. Little dainty face with the filters on. I'm done. Yeah, she doesn't mean any of what she said in this video. She comes off as a liar. She gives the lying vibe. And that is not based on what she did in the past. That is an actual vibe I'm getting from her. She's full of shit. She's worried about her income going down. And so she's lying her butt off. and trying to string her audience along. Nothing new. The TED Talk voice that is typical for her sit-down videos in Kuwait is annoying, and I doubt it's going to change, but we'll see. All right, you guys, I'm out. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Have a great weekend. Bye.